the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
Okay, ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Dante Fowler in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott off play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily,
got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be...
Touchdown, Seahawks! A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Myers counts on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Prescott on first down. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he's got room. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 31 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wallace. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the gun on third down, Wallace. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Operating from the gun, Wallace. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And that sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Off play action. Wallace. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On third down, Wallace going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A first down carry by Elliott. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A first down throw for Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Wallace. And Walker with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, you know, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Wallace. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Coach is always harped on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Prescott, left side to Lamb. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And some room to maneuver. That good for 19 and a first down. Play action now, Prescott. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Prescott now. And that's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it. A lot of work to get to the 1st down marker. Down inside the 10. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
And a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Myers' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Bryan Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Ready?
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wallace. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 24. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll look to throw again. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. 71 yards. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, back. Jack Rat.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Right.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, Carter. Now a hit and a loose football.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Seahawks, that'll be a